Hi everyone, Simon here with a review of A Fold Apart. A Fold Apart is a gorgeous puzzle game that's available on PS4, Nintendo Switch, PC and Xbox One. It came out on PC earlier on this year, I think, but was released on consoles last week. And I picked it up on PS4 because that's the one you see on your screens. It's not very often that I pick up a puzzle game and it draws me in and I must try and complete it all in one sitting because of the story and the gameplay just merged together in such a perfect harmony for me. But A Fold Apart really did just that. I completed it over the course of an evening into the night with just breaks of food in between. And I think that speaks volumes because I am a very busy person and I have to have a game really grab me and grab my attention for me to want to do that so that I can then post the review as quickly as possible and be as informed as possible about the game. You play as two characters and you can choose the sex of each of the characters, so depending on the relationship that you would like, you can then immediately identify the characters. And what happens is that one of the characters that you choose has a year contract away working. And so it puts their relationship that's been going very, very well into a long distance relationship. And each chapter of the game forms part or begins as part of like a text conversation where they're just chatting to each other. But then one of them like hurls a clanger because they're struggling with the long distance relationship. And that opens out into the gameplay. Gameplay takes the fold of mini Origami, but not really. Each level will be a piece of paper, or in my interpretation also like a photograph of like a thought of someone's mind. And you initially fold the paper around and it will fold and twist the level so that the road in front of you can come together so that you can reach the other side or reach the golden star. That quickly escalates so that you're not only doing that, but you're folding and flipping paper around. You're also not just doing left to right, but up to down. And then right at the very end of the game, you've also got corners to deal with as well. It also then starts to add in some blocks because you can't really climb higher than like one block of your own character. And right towards the end of the game, it also involves twisting and like turning the paper around. And it reminded me a little bit of like one of those gravity ball maze puzzles where when you tilt the world and then everything falls down. There's a PC game called As It Moves, which does that game mechanic just as its game. And it reminded me of borrowing from that in some of the later levels. The game is never so complicated that you don't really know what to do, but it gives you the freedom to make mistakes and go through trial and error. And that's what I really liked about it, because actually quite often some of the most simplest solutions to getting through a level is how you would get through the level. And I'd been given all of these tools and I was thinking, how would I go around this? And I was busy folding the level into all kinds of weird and wonderful shapes, only to realise that I only really needed to do a couple of things for me to get to the end. So you need a little bit of spatial awareness. You also need to kind of visually mind map what's going on the other side of the piece of paper that you're folding, because as gangways disappear as you fold them around, or if you do several folds and then an unfold, you'll kind of flip around and your character will end up on the other side and so on and so forth. So you just kind of need to remember where things are. It sounds really complicated, but the game never takes it to such a ridiculous degree that you'd never get anywhere and not be able to progress. And what I really liked about it is there's a hint system for if you get stuck. There was a couple of levels there was one level in chapter 3 and then there was one I think in chapter 5 and one right at the very end where I was just like, I really can't wrap my brain around it. And then I discovered the hint system. And what it does is it gives you a hint for each fold of paper. And when you see kind of where a fold has gone, it's really funny. Your brain kind of clicks and you go, well, of course. And then you feel like silly for a minute. And then it will let you continue on and take over from the puzzle from there. Or if you're really struggling, you can just press hint all the way through and it will fold and complete the level for you and you just kind of walk on from there. So if you're really invested in the story but you've just hit a mental block on a very specific puzzle, you can then continue on and move forward with that, and I really appreciated that. The game though for all of its gameplay fun, and I found it really innovative and unique and engrossing, what pulls it through is your ability to attach and project, for me at least, onto these two characters. It's a very timely game for me. I am in a relationship, been dating someone for coming up 18 months now, next month, just about. And during the coronavirus lockdown that we've had in the UK, we have not seen each other. So we've not seen each other since the first week of March. And I'm recording this, and it will be released today anyway, on the 21st of May. So it has been really difficult, and we've had to rely a lot on digital communication. And where this game really, really spoke to me is that these two people clearly love each other, and they're texting back and forth, and it's just causing them more hurt because words can be misconstrued, and you can apply your own kind of slant onto something which may not be the original person's intent, and you just miscommunicate. And that's what this game is about, and it does it so well, while still having really likeable characters who you can understand the intentions of both sides of things. And it kind of all reaches its head in the final level where they decide, you know what, we need to have like a big discussion and talk and decide what we're going to do. And will love conquer all? I will let you know. I'll let you find out, if you go and play the game itself. But yeah, it really did tug at the heartstrings. I felt all of the pain and all of the emotional hurt, and it made me kind of go a little bit like, towards the end, I've probably sent a soppy message to my other half afterwards as well. So be prepared for that, but it does it so well. The piano score that's behind it all works a real treat, and it never takes over from the actual gameplay or the story that's going on, but it just like tentatively underscores everything really, really subtly. And I really like that, because it could be like massive dramatic heartstrings everywhere, but it doesn't need to, because it tells it through the words and the actions. And I loved it. Some people might be like, why are the characters so clunky when they're climbing over things? And for me, it was like a gameplay mechanic that lets you physically see the mental and emotional struggles that they're going through as they're trying to climb up over things that are just getting in their way of their relationship. And the world loves to do that with people. The world is not kind. It doesn't want to be kind. The world is out for itself, because that is the way how we are structured as a consumer organisation that relies on money. I should stop that rant before we get anywhere. But you can feel and see the physical representations of all of these mental and emotional anguishes that these two characters have just take place in the world itself. So yeah, this game really, really spoke to me, and I can't recommend it enough. In terms of length of the game, that might be the only downside for a few people, because I was able to complete it in about 3 hours. It doesn't come with a platinum trophy either. So I know some trophy hunters follow this channel. Don't be too disappointed. No trophies are missable. You just need to play through the game and be a total emotional wreck by the end. Yay! Who needs Telltale? So A Fold Apart is available and out now. Thoroughly recommend it. A written review will be over on higherplanegames.com at a later point. If you've got any comments or questions about the game, please do leave them down below. Until next time, you guys take care. Stay safe. Bye. Higher Plane Games is part of the Higher Plane Network, a collection of media projects ran by me. If you like what you see and want to find out more, visit patreon.com/higherplane network. Your support can make so much more possible, be that a like, a comment, a share, or a pledge. Thanks for watching.